Alright, y'all, welcome to the second and final run of the Peter Afro vlog. This time playing Mega Man Rock Force. It is a classic fan game from 2013. Oh my god, this game's 12 years old. I don't remember what this was new. Anyways, I ran this game. You've probably seen me run this game during marathons. This is kind of a Peter Afro staple. If you haven't, I'm glad to treat you to this awesome game. So I want to provide a little context. So this game has like a ton of difficulty settings. We're playing on basically the easiest ones, because they're also the fastest. So in case it's new to me. Yeah, I don't really see people run this game, which sucks. It's a cool speedrun. You'll see in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. This is a Rock Force. That is Justice Man. He's a character exclusive to this game. So yeah, as I mentioned, all the easiest settings, easy stages. That's where those red platforms you might remember from Mega Intense Easy Mode. So with those eye enemies, you shoot the charge shot in the middle of it. It won't matter which eye is open, you will always be able to hit it. Which is good that we need to get the heals. And that deepest from the bullet is good. Otherwise, I have to like stop moving horizontally for a split second to avoid getting hit by the shield attacker. So the gimmick of this stage is there's these switches you gotta hit. Those orange things deflect your shots, and so do Metal's old hats. So in this game you have Rush Coil, Eddie, and Tango. There's no Rush Jet in this game, before anyone asks. Tango can roll into a ball and damage things twice as much damage as Mega Man's Lemon. Since we have double weapon damage, Tango will deal 4 units of damage. We'll be using that to attack Shockman, who is the intro boss. So we get up here. Tango. I want it to be in the middle, because Mega Man will walk to the middle to get Justice Man. So we're going at the Pulse Man first. The reason to go with the Pulse Man, in the latest version of this game, it was added the ability to rescue the Rock Force member, to play as the Rock Force members, who you rescue after being one of the bosses in this game. Originally you couldn't play as them ever, and people didn't like that, so Gold Bar made it so you can. And Nitro Man is super useful, especially at 90%. Not so much default settings, but still isn't default settings, but this is 80%. I really didn't want to get hit by that first shield attacker, because if you get hit by it, it screws up the enemies. These portals, you jump in one, you come out the other the same color. We're gonna skip the Rush Coil. Oh yeah, we have damage for spikes at the quarter. Strangely, on default settings, spikes still have damage. You'd think it'd be insta-kill on default, but no. Very strange. If you're playing as a Rock Force member that can't shoot through walls, which are Bomb Man, Cut Man, Nightmare, Tornado, actually no. One of those, you won't have to fight that mid boss. I also have life that's infinite, which will make it so if I grab a 1-up, I get my health filled up, which will be useful when we get to Crit Man. You also would have your lives fill up your health if you have full lives, which took me way too many years to realize, because I will in Plague Man stage, which we won't see, I'll grab 1-up, get full off, like, wait, what happened? So Pulse Man, we're going to do the same strategy as a Shock Man. We're going to deploy Tango. So we'll grab Nitro Man. Nitro Man can bike around. And, he has a glitch that's gonna break a lot of stages. First I gotta change it to him. For some reason there's like a half-second pause before you can change a character. It's really annoying. There was going to be one more update to this game, but this game's website got taken down some time ago for unknown reasons, so if that update's not happening, I would request it to make it so you no wait. So Nitro Man can bike by holding down and attack. If you're in iframes, the biking will not work. He also has a wheel. You can hold it and let go, or if you're holding up, you can shoot the wheel upward. The glitch, here we go. So what I just did is I did the wheel, paused, and then unpaused. And that allowed me to fly. That's one application to glitch. Do not ask how this glitch works, I have no idea. And I don't know how I don't know if Goldwater knows about it because the website was taken down before the glitch was found. This was found by a runner of the Final 11. I was trying to do like the swag where you like go through the gap without getting hit. Wait, what? Oh wow, that was embarrassing. So what you're here to do, if you do the glitch while you're on the floor, and then you walk up a ledge, you kind of slowly fall down, and for some reason that lets you fall through platforms and floors. So for Fuse Man, how I'm going to do it, I'm going to hold the wheel out, and before I get hit, I'm going to release it so it can do some damage, even while I'm in iframes. Or should I say the damage animation. If you're wondering if we see any of the Rock Force members, in this category, the only one that we see is Fireman. I'll talk about the weapons anyways. So Phantom Fuse. Before the glitch was found, we would go to Fuse Man first because this weapon's so powerful. It does tons of damage. You can move in many directions. It's crazy. It's literally, it's arguably more OP than Metal Blade. Alright, Photon Man. These sunflowers can be annoying because if you accidentally hit the stems, the top just flies. You don't want to do that. You want the top. You got these eye platforms that go up when you land on them. We're grabbing an E-Tank. We are going to need this E-Tank. Oh yeah, that's another application of this glitch. You're due on the floor and then jump, you can go infinite height. Until you were just ceiling. I killed that flower because I don't want its petals to get in my way. Get out the rope. Now I am going to go through the wall. For a split second, and then let go. If you saw that little outline square, you can get on it as Mega Man using Crit Man's weapon. But we're not playing Mega Man at all for the rest of the run. In default settings, there's a fair amount of Mega Man. Yeah, so the fights with the Nitro Man are not very complicated. I should note that each boss is weak to a Rock Horse member, as well as one of Mega Man's weapons. It doesn't necessarily correlate with. They don't necessarily correlate with each other, because Nitro Man's the weakness of Shock Man, and Shock Man's weak to Circuit Man's weapon. So we're getting Fireman. We'll see Fireman later. So Photon Flare, it's a screen clearing weapon, kind of like Rain Flush. Is there another screen clearing weapon in the Mega series? I can't remember. I swear there is. Oh, Astro Crush. Yeah. Alright, Crit Man. So Crit Man's a funny stage. We're gonna go do the glitch, and then we're gonna like fly off screen for 18 seconds. There's like a few instances we're gonna be off screen. thankfully I can just look at the timer and then do a little math. If I were to run this at a Games Done Quick, which I've been submitting to for, I've been submitting Rock Force to GDQ for like ages. They still haven't taken this game. I would like literally have my phone next to me and just run a stopwatch. Cause if you let go too early, this skip doesn't work. And some of the later ones are really crucial to get the timing right. You can't bike to the Cerberus, so I just took D-Boost. The reason I mentioned... Okay, I do... So, I wanted full health going to this fight because... If you don't have full health going to fight, Crit Man throws an L-Tank at you, and it wastes the second half. There's actually a way you can skip this fight, but in any percent, it's... Whether or not it's faster depends on RG, and it's also pretty hard. There's 2 other boss skips that are much easier and save way more time. Then I'll use them to explain the one for this fight. This is bad, RG. So when Crypt is like hiding himself in his cloak, you cannot damage him. Even with Nitro Man. Which is weird because Nitro Man pierces like literally every other shield. Just not Crypt Man's. Crypt Man's is just... That cloak is OP. Speaking of Crypt Cloak, his weapon's pretty neat. Very unusual. So, how it works... When you activate it, enemies cannot see you. So any enemy that is triggered by seeing you will not trigger. Also, when you land on the ground, you'll boost a shockwave in both directions. And also you can go on those outline platforms. Charade Man, he goes through a bunch of different portraits all the time. Also, there's an Easter egg where he will literally just fall off screen and die. In older versions of this game, the stage coloring was like a light blue, and the music was more upbeat. I don't know why it was changed. I'm sliding here, not biking, because if you bike, it's very easy to soft lock by clipping into that little platform. You'll soft lock. I have to like exit the stage, and that's bad. So kind of the mid-boss is Charade Man. He'll impersonate 2 Robot Masters. On easy stage, it's Codeman, Gemini Man. If you're playing on normal stages, it's Shadow Man, and if I remember correctly, Quick. Same thing with hard. There's no unique one for hard. It's been a while though. Maybe I know I'm right about the Shadow Man, and I think I'm wrong with the Quick Man. I should have checked. Whatever. We're gonna do the glitch to skip him and climb that ladder. So yeah, Charade Man is an actor. You saw tomatoes fly. You've seen tomatoes fly. You saw a crane. That throwing tomato thing is where the site Rotten Tomatoes got its name from, because it wasn't like the forums they would actually throw tomatoes. Kind of weird, because that would really something I would do in movies for, you know, obvious reasons the action would be able to see it. Or did they? I don't know. Maybe that's a ye olde thing. Anyway, Charade Man, he throws balls around. And he also can make clones by a different kind of ball if you activate it, but he didn't do that in this instance. Alright, Charade Clone. This is the strangest weapon ever. It'll activate a clone if you will control a clone, and you can damage things. And there's a ridiculously long recoil time. It sucks. It's the only weapon that's not good. It sucks. All the other weapons in the game are good. Well, Pulse Man's weapons are kind of meh, but the rest are good. The Charade Clone, though. Like, even if you're fighting Virus Man's Charade Clone, it's pretty bust, because that recoil time's so high. Virus Man can be annoying because the virus enemies can affect, if you hit one, If you get damaged by one, it will reverse directional controls. And also what's really stupid is that you can actually get effective while doing the biking if you hit it the wrong bank, like spot. I don't quite understand it. It's bizarre. Also, something about the Roadmasters, if it doesn't use weapon energy, if the Rock Force member you're playing as doesn't use weapon energy gets turned into bolts. Like that bullet collected before I started the Banshee block, that's normally weapon energy. Okay, I was damaged at the explosion. That's why I didn't get Virus. Virus Man, there's an attack you could do. He'll spin to the wall. And while he spins, you cannot damage him. So I hug this wall. He'll spin to the wall. That would make it so he can hit you. So because of that, you would want to go to the right side of the wall so the spin is really quick. Otherwise, the spin's long. Virus Shield, it's basically Pump Shield from Mega Man 10. Except when you use it, it actually recoils back to you. And the weapon energy spent by using it for damage. Alright, Circuit Man. So, Circuit Man has like these dispensers that drop little circuit blocks. And they are cycle based, similar to the Banshee blocks from Mega 910. And if you know what I mean by that, it means that it goes around throughout the as you play the level, not room specific. Alright. I want to kill that enemy to do this little skip. Alright, we're gonna skip this. Ah. That's bad. That's bad when you have to destroy the circuit block. You don't always have to. That's the first. Normally, I never have a circuit block drop when I'm trying to enter the checkpoint room. Yeah, like I said, it's cycle-based. That happens throughout the level. So these light bulbs, you can tell they're broken. This is only happening because Nitro Man cannot shoot through walls. If you're playing as a character you can't shoot through walls, you would like shoot the light bulbs to alternate which blocks are out. So my strategy for Circuit Man is I hold the wheel, do 2 hits, then let go of the wheel, because a lot of times they'll jump. And I want to be able to do it like upward shot, so I can hit it a little bit sooner. Of course, I might be wrong. It might not be an upward shot, but that's fine. Because in that case, I can just automatically start holding up another wheel. That was a really good fight, I must say. Circuit Breaker, you'll do its shot in both left and right. A powerful one. Pretty good weapon. Coming up is the final Roadmaster, Shockman. I should note that the order the bosses you do does not matter, with the caveat you must do one of the corner bosses last. Because after you do the 8 Robos, there's something called Fusion Bosses. And in the 2015 version, they added Goldbar added a second set. And whenever I get the old set or the new set, depends on if you beat a corner boss last. If you beat a corner boss last, you get the new set. If you don't, you get the old set. The new set's faster. It used to be thought the old set was faster, but then the Nitro Man strats are found. Also, I skipped that mid-boss with the glitch, because apparently it carries over in screen transitions, which is very fascinating. You wouldn't think it would. Ah. It's possible to start that bike up before the electric happens. So it happens, zappy water. It zaps, it deals like half the damage of you set the spikes, if I remember correctly. I might be making that up. I know just making up something like, potentially making up something like that for someone who's running against this 2013 is really bizarre, but I never really thought about it, to be honest. Okay. Go here. I really love how the easy mode platform just blocks your way. That little rope you can just skip up with normal stages. I would suggest looking at the default settings run. It's pretty interesting to me. So Shockman is beat to Nitro Man, so this could be an extremely fast fight. So he did the sideways hands. He could also do hands to the sky, which will like slowly bring electric shocks down to the ground. I would prefer that, so I wouldn't get hit. It's really slow. Like you're guaranteed to beat the fight before you get hit. Shockman's weapon. It's a boomerang. Shoot it, it comes back at you, and it can grab items. So I beat a corner boss class, that means I am getting the new set. Very puzzly, but we're using Nitro Man to skip almost all of them. One you can't really skip, but it's not a slow puzzle like the other three are. This is Thermo Man. The gimmick of his stage is that you have to shoot at fireballs to bounce them off to break platforms, but we're not gonna do any of that. And I mean, like, any of that. Yeah. And oh boy, we're gonna even more skip it. You'll see what I mean in a bit. Actually, you might get a good guess if you're paying attention. Mid-boss. As soon as it's defeated, you can go to the screen. You don't have to wait for it to destruct. I don't think I could make that skip. Alright. We're gonna fall to the floor. Okay. Now we have to do 11 seconds. Thankfully, adding 11's pretty easy. Thanks for the good luck, Fake Vicar Rob Dad. We are going to skip this fight. So here's how it works. First, we gotta get the camera, like this. Then fall, enter this door. Now, as you see, it moved the camera towards the boss room. We're gonna go enter the next door. Now we'll move the camera again, and it'll instantly kill the boss. Yeah. There's something we can do with Crypt Man, but it's much harder, and it's not like this one and the one doing report when we also skip a bunch of level. It would happen. This skip for Crypt happens like right at the end of the level. It's really only practical for default settings. So Portman is port referencing USB ports. You gotta move these crosshairs to the side. I don't get what this is referencing. I'm literally studying IT. Maybe it's a really, really obscure reference, or maybe it's not. So this also has parts where it turns into like a top-down shooter. The Portman fight would actually incorporate this, but we're not fighting Portman, we're skipping Portman. The Portman skip's a little complicated. Okay. I gotta try it. I got it. Woo! Ah. The reason to be quiet, because how it works, I listen for the landing sound effects. I want to hear I landed and immediately bike, and then I listen for 2 more landing sound effects. Then I want to hear the second one, I jump. The moment I land, jump again. And keep biking while doing it. That's how you get the setup of the quick kill. Screw it up, no quick kill. You'll have to fight it. And if you're really unlucky, you will have to solve the final puzzle. Warman. So Warman's gimmick involves guiding like friendly versions of an enemy to a button. We're only gonna do the last one because we're skipping most of this. This one we have to fly the wall for 28 seconds. It's very important you fly off the high part of the wall. If you do it off the low part, it will not work. Or at the very least, you will need more time. I haven't properly tested it, but better just do the high one. Once you worry about the skip, you land in the part where you would have to move the enemy, but because doing the skip makes the enemies not spawn, also makes the barricade and button not spawn. Yes, those are pawns, as like the ones in chess. It's not a chess theme level. There is a chess theme Mega level in Make a Good Mega level 3. Mega level 3 is a good game. I'm not gonna speedrun that. Don't expect me to spit that to a marathon though, because that speedrun's like 3 hours long. Anyway, this is Warman. He has a shield, but Nitro Man can pierce through his shield, so no biggie. Do not ask what hit me. That's a weird glitch. That only happens when I'm biking towards Warman. If I slide towards Warman, I don't get hit. I don't get it. I legit don't get it. If Goldwater didn't nuke the website, I would totally ask about it. This is Throwman. This isn't really a puzzle, TBH. How it works is that you have a big head of your character. It'll have a number on it. Every time it gets hit, that number goes down. Specifically that head, not you. You get hit, but your head doesn't. The number count stays the same. That number reaches 0, you die. The number you start off with depends on your stage difficulty. If it's easy, it's 8. If it's normal, it's 6. If it's hard, it's 4. This is easy, so we're doing 8. And thankfully with easy stages, 8 is very generous. We're gonna skip 2 damage boost. That was not stopping. Don't worry, it's fine. I've never had the number reach 0 while doing any percent. Especially with the extra damage recovery time. Throwman is also weak to Nitro Man, and what's funny, both sets of fusion bosses have parallel weaknesses. Feral Man's also the Circuit Breaker, as is Terror Man. You know, like, literally today, I realized I should make a donation center for future marathons to showcase the old fusion bosses. That might take too long, but it's not a bad idea. So what I just purchased is Spike Guard. What it does is have how much damage spikes do to you. So now they'll go from core damage to 1/8 damage. The reason I did that, this is Deathman stage, which you'll get after the fusion bosses merge together. You will get the stage around which fusion bosses set you get. And this stage only has spikes and crushers. Spikes as well. You got the Divas spikes, so having them would be good. Should note the Spike Guard lasts until you either die or clear level or exit level, whichever happens first. I know Final Lemon theorized this would be a good point to switch the stage over to hard, because it makes this stage faster, because this coffin would go down flat faster and hard. Then he also said you should change the boss ceiling to hard. I don't know why. That's something maybe the future someone should test. And that someone's gonna be me. Of course, because no one runs this game anymore. Other than me. Final Lemon just disappeared. Alright. This is also the stage the stage that I mentioned wanting the E-Tank for, because this is the only person who runs your game. Yeah, you're talking to Peter Afro, the meme game connoisseur. So this we're gonna skip. I'm gonna do the safe way. I wait for the platform because it's pretty easy to screw that up. How that little platform works, when one of those things hits a blue rain, it'll raise up spikes. But we're skipping it. You want to deal with it in default settings, because in default settings you play as Cutman, because Deathman's weak to Cutman. Deathman, you don't get hit by the scythe. The scythe deals a lot of damage. Body damage is fine. Also, that scythe can deflect shots. Alright, time for the plot twist. The villain is Justice Man. Yeah, you thought I was going to say Dr. Wally, huh? Nope, it's Justice Man. I should refresh myself what happens in that cutscene. Yep, the villain is Justice Man. I swear, I'm not joking. There's no, this is the real villain of the game. So we're playing as Fireman because Nitro Man isn't really useful for these stages. You can't really do his glitch to save time, and Fireman just annihilates these bosses. Well, Justice Man, well, Nitro Man wouldn't do well in these fights because they have 2 phases. Hello, Tempest Mask 1000. So how Fireman works is that he can, he has a big fire shot. He can also do a downward shot in midair. That'll function as a double jump and a triple jump. He can also do an upward shot. I am underwater now, as you can tell his flames out. When you're underwater, your attacks will be replaced with bubbles. The damage output's the same, just the range is lower. But what's an advantage about it, you can do infinite jumping up with the downward attack. That's cool, which is good for the last section of this level. I really got hit by that spike. Alright. Can I I just say I really like how this game actually shows you where the enemies that come to pits are coming from. Like, it's not even a difficulty dependent thing, that's just always a thing. It's awesome. How does Fireman survive water? Why would he not? This is Fishman. So he's actually weak to Dive Man, but an 80% Fireman kills him pretty fast. I specify 80%. Fireman is really bad for him in default settings. It's actually a coin toss if Dive Man or Fireman's better. Because Dive Man can do the stage better, but then you have an extra character swap. This is This is a there's a lot of igloos. Yeah, this is what we call a polar man. Oh yeah, what's funny about this game is the fortress has only 3 stages, and there are like a billion robot masters to deal with. I mean that's fine because you don't want a Mega game to be super long. Well, unless it's a Make a Good Mega level game, but you know those aren't really traditional Mega Man games. They get it bad. It works for them. So Fireman normally would be here to help you if you weren't playing as him by breaking the platform. You also saw Nightman and Deathman stage and Dive Man in the Fishman stage. That would also happen to Fusion bosses, where the rock crystals will help you out, but only the old set. It doesn't happen in the new one. So how this part works, you have these little squidwards here will lead the path. You cannot skip this part before you want to ask. I have attempted it. It doesn't work. Alright, finding Polar Man, who is weak to Fireman. He has 2 phases. First, he'll be on his gazebo, I think. No, it's not gazebo. What is this thing called? I don't know. He'll launch snowballs at you. Alright. Now I am switching to Nitro Man. Because there's a big skip that will take us from the start of this level all the way to the refights. Before you ask, no, you cannot go straight to Justice Man. Unfortunately, that would be awesome. So how it works, you fall left for 3 seconds, and then you fall for 41 more seconds. And you better hope you don't screw up the positioning after you release it, because if you did, oh boy, that's not good. Zambonis? Guess. This would be a perfect time for Nations. This was a charity marathon, but it's not. How much have I said that already? Whatever. Alright, we're in the refights. It's the refights. What do you expect me to say? That's those default settings that we play as Mega Man and then have something to talk about because, the skip doesn't make it worth it in default settings because the fights would take so long with normal weapon damage instead of double. Along with Justice Man, who was not weak to Nitro before anyone asked. Feel free to ask me random nonsense questions, or just whatever, till the refights are over. What is my favorite Mega Man 1 hack? What have I played Mega Man 1? I played Claw. I played the old version of Bulens. I played the new one. Played a little Speed Bobber. I finished it. I played Gaiden. I guess New Lands? I haven't been keeping up with Mega Man ROM hacks in a while. Probably should go play sometime. I bet there's been a lot of banners I'm missing out on. What's my favorite fan game? It is this one. Well, for a while, I'd say either this or Make a Good Mega Man Level 3. Or 2, I don't know. Magwell 1 or 2. Because, like, I'd say Magwell 3 is taking the better made game. More impressive game, but Magwell 2 is less annoying to 100%, because Magwell 3 has a lot of grinding to buy cheats. And getting the plushies. That's annoying. If you're not 100%ing, then Magwell 3 is better, but you're 100%ing it, Magwell 2 is better. I have not played Magwell 48 Hour. Anyone who's played it would know why. The reason being I made an awful level for it. This is Justice Man. 2 phases. First he'll be on the ground. Kind of walking around. Oh yeah, the sides of this room are walls. It doesn't look like it, but they are walls. Which is good, actually, because it makes this next phase way less annoying. He will like to fly in the air. Most of the time, he'll be out of your reach, so you would have to use the walls. Sometimes you have to use the glitch to get super high. Not this time. Okay, this is what I want. This is what they go whale him. Okay, that was a lot of late split. It was like a 41-42. That's honestly not bad. That's pretty good. Alright, that's it for the Peter Afro block. I hope you all enjoyed. Feel free to follow me. I think the next thing I'll stream, I'll try to get good at Toy Story 2 game, because I kind of want to try to get good at it and submit to HGQ. Also, because I suck at that game, and I found a meme video where I got roasted for being bad at it, so I gotta prove it wrong. Anyway, that's Back Force. Thanks y'all for having me. Just let me know when I can cut the stream.